And this isn't going to be one of those ones where it's like Power Rangers is better, no, or Super Sentai is better. This is just basically comparing the two, just on a normal standpoint. You know, doing storyline, openings, endings. It's mainly openings. Like we'll take Mighty Morphin's opening versus Zoo Ranger's opening, and then we'll take a vote and see who does that. We'll also touch on some of the new stuff in America, like Dino Charge, which, spoiler ahead, the two of us may not show up in Dino Charge. Well, he might, but he'll probably be the keeper.
So the one thing he's been messing with me about the entire time, and I really hope it doesn't happen, but it really looks like it might, is with Dino Charge, their mentor guy, which is basically this little like weird cousin of E.T. is their mentor guy, which in Kyoryuger, the mentor was the person who became Silver, which is my character. So if they play along to the same role, that means I'm going to be this creepy E.T. guy. And he's been asking with me about that. I'm like, I'm not E.T. That guy is creepy, and just no. I don't want to be the E.T. guy.
I think he's creepy.
Well, also people are saying, well, no, he can't do that because he's this tall and Kyoryu and Silver is this tall.
Turbo Blue.
Yeah, Turbo Blue and Deca Master or Shadow Ranger. How
Kiba Ranger.
We'll show, hopefully you got that video.
Hopefully we'll be able to show some of these videos.
Deca Bright was just a shiny light in the Power Rangers.
Deca Bright was just like a shiny Pokemon of the Deca Ranger.
Yeah.
No, that's
Master Ball.
That's Omega. Deca Bright was the other time.
We'll also touch on if we can get things going. Like for some reason my computer can't hook up with this.
You don't have any because this only accepts HDMI. You know, HDMI and VGA adapter. Because I used to have one, but it has a VGA port on one side and an HDMI port on the other. It's probably only going to be about this way. And it would connect it to your computer or your TV, and it changes the signal from analog to digital. The VGA, this only has HDMI. Mine only has HDMI. His only has VGA, and he has the Ninja stuff. We've been busy all day thanks to people inviting us to other events and people doing
photo shoots
shows
constantly, which is why we probably look like we just got out of bed. So, we're also going to talk about the new series, Shuriken Sentai Ninja, that just started over in Japan and is up to about 11 episodes. Another thing we're going to talk about is the series that we know America's not going to bring to the Power Rangers, Russia Sentai Tokyuger, if anyone's saying that. All I have to say with that, episode 3. Because I don't have this on my computer because I was an idiot and deleted it, and I don't have any images because we don't have Wi-Fi. But I'll go ahead and explain this. The Tokyuger mech is formed with 5 trains. The middle one is literally the head. The green and blue is pretty much the shoulders and legs, and then pink and yellow are the arms. Now, the red train is the longest of the trains, and it folds.
Are you really making a joke about that thing already?
Yes. It breaks out, and it gets trapped by a monster and breaks out of a coffin. But if you want to know how it breaks out of the coffin, you'll have to watch it for yourself.
I'm just gonna.
It is the most sexual device in existence in all of Sentai.
But not at all.
By the way, don't ever get Windows 8. Even if you want to, it costs more. Do not get Windows 8. It is a load of something that I can't talk about right now.
You know that feeling you wake up in the morning? That's what Windows 8 is. Whenever it's Monday or anything like that. So along with that, we'll give you a brief explanation on Ninja.
I'm trying to get this audio working. It's not setting over to the
Is that what we mean?
Well, I need this to accept mine.
That's not gonna give you some.
Oh no, that's just a VGA cable. That's fine.
It's like the closest thing I have, sorry.
No, that's fine. Thank you. Then. But I'm using the HDMI cable. I'm trying to get HDMI cable and transfer sound, and it's not working right now. But we'll get it working. Thank you.
So we're not going to be able to do any of the other stuff?
We'll get it. I'm sure. I just gotta.
I mean, they're not that big, so hopefully you can project.
I mean, if you've got a tech that can look into this for speakers to get that working, welcome to send them by. But right now it's not
What's your cable connection right now?
HDMI. Continue, David. Oh,
Well,
Well,
7 or
while that,
earlier
we're
will
just,
automatically be
anyone
fine.
here exactly know what Sentai is? Is anyone here who actually hasn't seen Sentai? Super Sentai, anybody? Well, so the two people, basically, Power Rangers started in 1995, or like 1995 to 1997. Sentai started all the way back in 1975.
Yep.
So from 1975 up till when we had Power Rangers, there's been all these different teams that we've never seen.
And all these different mechs and robos too.
So, excuse me?
All these different mechs and robos from the past. And
Yeah, there's like 13 to 15 teams that we've never seen. Which is like, if you've actually watched the recent series Megaforce, if you've watched Power Rangers Megaforce, you'll see that there's actually Rangers that have no explanation. We don't even know who these guys are. It's why? Because America was too lazy and decided to just throw the Sentai footage in regardless of anything. We see Die Ranger, Flashman, Changeman, all these different ones, and how do we know who they are? Oh, they're just secret powers, or they're the Flash Force, or they're the Power Rangers Dragons.
Punto.
No. I mean, I know kids watch this, but kids aren't stupid. I mean, they're not. Well, it's not most of them.
I mean,
But yeah, it was just one bad thing after another, and then when they brought up Dino Charge, it was actually kind of depressing because they skipped over it. They skipped over the spy-based series, Go Buster, which honestly I can see why, because it was kind of dark. But while we get anything, if there's any questions about Sentai or Power Rangers that you don't know, I'll be happy to answer any questions while we get all the tech going. Anyone got any questions?
What are all the Power Rangers of Sentai?
Speak a little louder. I have a sense of hearing.
What are all the colors, and what are their form, and what animal are they?
Did you hear him?
sorry, what? Go ahead.
What animal are they from Sentai?
These ones we're currently having?
Yeah.
They're doing another dinosaur set from the ones we're doing, which is Koryuger, or in
Power
America,
Rangers
it's
Dino
Dino
Charge.
Well, what
So this one's the Brachiosaur, and that one
The
was
Ankylosaur.
So what are they, all the animals? Or all the dinosaurs?
They have 10 main mechs with about like 15 others, but they've got the T-Rex, the pterodactyl, Triceratops,
Stegosaurus.
Brachiosaurus.
Yeah, the Pachyosaur,
Raptor.
and the Raptor.
A Velociraptor,
Those
an
are your main
Ankylosaur,
ones.
a Boompachosaur, Plesiosaur, and a Brontosaurus, and then the one that probably will not make it to America, the Spinosaurus. Spinosaurus is actually a evil ranger called Dino Ranger Talon,
Ooh, I was
but we haven't seen any trace of him though.
Man, I really want to
Who in Koryuger was Death Ranger.
Yeah, I've got it playing through.
What about celebrities we just Tommy Lee
I know why.
Tommy Lee or Tommy Lee
This one
Jones?
does.
Who knows he did?
Sorry we're having so many issues with this. This happened to us at another con, and it took us like half the panel to finally get it working. It's a pain.
Try disabling some of these sound devices.
Do what?
Trying to save links on the sound devices.
The only
It's a real pain in the
device I got
ass.
right now is the current speakers on my computer.
Or just do a reboot and hopefully Windows recognize it.
Yeah.
That's whatever.
The easiest way.
Honestly.
Easiest way. Do a reboot, let Windows recognize it before you start deleting stuff.
Yeah.
You delete it, you're screwed.
Oh, that's gonna take a while.
Oh, that.
Oh, you could have shut it down.
Well, no, if I do anything, Windows 8 does not allow you to just restart without
An
doing it.
update.
Not
Oh.
without going into settings changes.
Mm-hmm.
We'll just forgo that for now. How many people here have you already asked about who's seen Sentai, who has only
We only
done
have like 2 people who haven't seen
any Sentai at all? What?
So that makes 3.
Oh. Sorry, I was only halfway able to pay attention while I was trying to work on this. That's all I've updates. It'll be a while. We'll hopefully be able to get this working. If anything, audio works, it'll just be coming through my speakers if it comes to it, which they can get decently loud for most of it.
We'll still be able to show you videos.
Yeah. But I'm assuming everyone here has at least seen Mighty Morphin.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so we all know the original. Well, that's actually the 16th Sentai. So they had 15 years worth of this stuff before it even got to us. And we actually had 3 seasons worth of 2 series that they had. Because we ended up having with the White Ranger, everything that was involved with him was actually edited footage that came from the series after us, after Mighty Morphin.
Technically it was 3 because you had Jew Ranger,
Die Ranger.
yeah, Die Rangers, then Kaku Ranger.
Well, yes, the Conquer Ranger was the Alien Rangers. So they actually changed technically from that. But Mighty Morphin, but it was Mighty Morphin Alien Rangers.
Yeah, so
for like 15 episodes.
Yeah,
To show you how terrible that
And the
series
reason
was.
why that happened was because
It was-
because there's only so much footage they can do, because Zoo Ranger only had about 50 episodes, while Mighty Morphin was going into like literally 70 episodes. So there's only so much stock footage they can do. So what happened was Saban contacted Toei, the Japanese company that does all this, and asked for literally 20 new episodes of stock footage just so they can use to finish season 1. When all that ended, they decided to say, oh, like, okay, let's start a new series. But the problem is sales were plummeting from toy sales, but the costumes, the Mighty Morphin suits were still popular because, you know, kids loved dinosaurs back in the 90s. So what happened was they decided to say, okay, well, let's keep the suits, but then let's try to do more stock footage from another show, which is why we get the Tyrannosaurus Zord turning into a dragon. It came from another series called Die Ranger, which was literally based off of the Chinese, martial arts as well as different types of animals. There was a dragon, a lion, a Kirin, a phoenix, all of them. And believe it or not, Die Ranger was the first one to actually have a pink male ranger. But of course, you know, we can't have pink male rangers in America.
We're actually allowed to have a yellow male rangers, and yet I've actually got a picture I can show later
No, the
on.
Pink Ranger was female. The Yellow Ranger was male.
No, if you actually watch Die Ranger in episode 19, you'll actually state that all the previous Die Rangers before the current team were actually all male.
Yeah,
So you actually had a male Phoenix Ranger running.
The pink and yellow were both male at one time, and then
So then once they ran out of stock footage for Die Ranger, they decided to say, oh, suits are still popular. Let's just screw it up even more. So let's give them a monkey, a wolf, a frog, all these things that don't make any sense.
And they reversed the Zords also.
Yes.
Because the Zords were actually where you had the little one was less powerful, and then they went to the Shogun Megazord, which is the most powerful one, is the opposite in Japanese.
Yes,
the
the animals
smaller
were
one
more
was actually
powerful.
the more powerful one than the Shogun Megazord because it had the speed and a little bit more of a power difference than the other one.
What is the Shogun magazine?
This is probably before you were born.
Yeah.
This is before you were born. The Shogun Megazord, God, what's the best way to explain it? Bulk.
Well,
It was really, really bulky. Like, I mean, every piece was
The
would have
Shogun
their own little
Megazord was pretty much
Megazords.
based off of a temple, like a ninja temple, because it was like a fortified fortress. But the thing is that if you haven't noticed it, when Tommy called on his little Shogun Megazord, it did the crane stance. Of course, we didn't know that stuff when we were kids, so we didn't know. But it was white. The reason why it was white was because in Conquer Ranger, the leader of the team was a white ranger. So they say, okay, well, we can get this done. This is why why we didn't see much of Kimberly during that season. It was literally, we're going to switch over to this and literally get rid of the Pink Ranger. But of course, you know, we couldn't do that. So it was
Because
always
that was the
John
major
Lance.
heartthrob of every teenage boy first watching that series. I mean,
I thought that's because she was leaving.
Before all of you, and I didn't like, I mean, she was great, and the rest of the show sucked. And
But when she shows up.
I'm way before all of you.
But the Shogun Megazord was kind of it had, every individual one was like their own little human Megazord, little mecha, and they would all fuse together into the bulky one with all the different kanji symbols on each one. If we can get this running, I think we have a picture of that one, or we at least have a video that shows them, because we have the video they did in Japan for the 199 War, which has all of the Zords and all of the Rangers from, what, 35 years? So,
You're looking at 35, possibly 36 teams, all in just one battle.
And it actually ends up showing the final moves for every Megazord, from the first one, which wasn't a Megazord, to the current one, which fused with the first one to make a final attack.